Welcome and thank you for joining in on our Stations of the Cross video. We are so thankful for our youth who helped create this reverent and powerful service. We have 9 stations with 3 interactive parts, and we encourage you to gather with your family in preparation for Holy Week with St. Stephen's.
Station 1. Jesus is condemned to death. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed this world. Then Pilate said to Jesus, "Do you not hear how many accusations they make against you?" But Jesus gave him no answer, not even to a single charge. So the governor was greatly amazed. Now, at the festival, the governor was accustomed to release a prisoner for the crowd, anyone whom they wanted. At that time, they had a notorious prisoner named Barabbas. So after they had gathered, Pilate said to them, "Whom do you want me to release for you, Barabbas or Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" Now the chief priests and the elders persuaded the crowds to ask for Barabbas and have Jesus killed. The governor said again to them, "Which of the two do you want me to release for you?" And they said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "Then what should I do with Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" All of them said, "Let him be crucified." Then he asked, "Why? What evil has he done?" But they shouted all the more, "Let him be crucified." So when Pilate saw that he could do nothing, but rather that a riot was beginning, he took some water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood. See to it yourself." Then the people as the whole answered, "His blood be on us and on our children." So he released Barabbas for them. And after flogging Jesus, he handed him over to be crucified. God spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all. Condemned to death. But Pilate said he could find no fault in him. What a senseless miscarriage of justice. Why should he die? And he hasn't even opened his mouth. He just stands there, looking at the crowd. Oh God, he is looking at me. He's looking through me, seeing me as I really am. I cannot face your deep and silent look of love and forgiveness. I understand now. I am the reason you must die. Have mercy on me, Lord, and by your love, heal me of my sin.
During this time, we recognize the act of Pilate washing his hands of the crucifixion of Christ. We wash our own hands, reflect on our own baptism, and acknowledge the power of water.
Station 2. Jesus receives the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the governor's headquarters, and they gathered the whole cohort around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and after twisting some thorns into a crown, they put it on his head. They put a reed in his right hand and knelt before him, and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews." They spat on him and took the reed and struck him on the head. After mocking him, They stripped him of the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him. The Lord has laid on Christ the transgressions of us all. For the wrongdoings of his people he was stricken.
Yes, Jesus, in your love for sinners like me, you grasped the cross so passionately. All through your life on earth, you took the hard way, out of love for others. In your public life, you walked the roads, sweating through the desert summer, shivering in the winter, with no place to lay your head. And now you go so willingly to meet this hard death for the love of me. And I, oh God, for love of self, I treat myself to be the best that money can buy, always concerned with my own comfort, filling my belly with the finest food, and all while, around the world and even in our own backyard, brothers and sisters of our own do not have the same luxuries. I'd like to help, Lord, but I don't want to end up on a cross. But why doesn't that sound right, Lord? Why do my words sound so hollow? I watch you struggle to pick up that terrible cross you have to bear.
The cross is laid on Simon of Cyrene. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. As they led him away, they seized a man, Simon of Cyrene, who was coming from the country, and they laid the cross on him and made him carry it behind Jesus. Whosoever does not beat your cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Simon was just passing by on the road, got too close. I guess he looked too curious, or maybe he felt sorry for you or something. So they grabbed him and made him carry that awful thing. Simon wasn't bleeding and almost died dead like you are, Lord, and it was still almost too much for him. Lord, where are your friends? Why did you have to find a stranger? Where were Peter and James and John? You had so many followers, you helped so many people. The blind were made to see. Lepers were made clean, crippled people were given strength to walk. Where have they all walked to? Why weren't they there to help? Are all friends like that, Lord? Are they only friends when you're passing out miracles? What kind of friend am I, Lord? Simon didn't love you, for they forced him to help. Simon didn't volunteer, he was drafted. Where were your friends, Lord? Busy, I guess, just busy. Give me the look you're giving to Simon, Lord. Help me by your look, to see you everywhere in this world.
Station 4. The women mourn for Jesus. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. A great number of people followed him, but among them there were women who were beating their breasts and wailing for them. But Jesus turned to them and said, "Daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For the days are surely coming when they will say, 'Blessed are the barren and the wombs that will never bore, and the breasts that never nursed.' Then they will begin to say to the mountains, 'Fall on us,' and to the hills, 'Cover us.' For if they do this when the wood is green, what will happen when it is dry? They that sow in tears shall reap in joy." We have almost reached the place of the skull and the finish. Along the way is a group of women. They weep and they sob. Some people are like that. They just cry. Is it because some people are more compassionate, because they feel things more intensely, or because they love more? Why do some people weep so easily, Lord? Of course, the sight of you is enough to make anyone cry. You are one wretched spectacle. Why aren't I weeping, Lord? Don't I love you enough, or have I been taught so well, the strong don't cry? These women cry easily and unashamedly. But you don't seem to want their pity. Weep for yourselves and for your children, you say to them. What do you mean, Lord? Why do you love this world full of people so much? Is it worth it? Are any of these people worth it? Is the whole lot of them worth what's happening to you? Weep for yourselves and for your children. Are you talking to the women, Lord, or are you talking to me? I don't like to look at my own sins like that, Lord. They won't just go away like they do on TV. It hurts to look at them. Don't make me do that. Let me just pity you, Lord, like the women are doing. I'll even produce some tears, but don't make me look at myself. Oh, who shall deliver me from this way of death? Lord, what are you going to do about my sins? Don't leave me to handle them all by myself. I can't do that, Lord.
While watching our candles being lit, think of someone or something you have grieved over this past year. This fire reminds us that we should grieve Jesus as we have grieved others we have lost. Offer these grievances to God through fire.
Station 5. Jesus is nailed to the cross. We adore you, O Christ. We bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. 2 others also, who were criminals, were led to be put to death with him. When they came to the place called the Skull, they crucified Jesus there with the criminals, one on his right and one on his left. Then Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And they cast lots to divide his clothing. I, if I be lifted up, will draw all humanity to me. Now, the dreadful moment. You stretched out the full length of the cross. It fits, Lord. Without a doubt, it was made for you. Made by some nameless carpenter. 2 rough timbers, fitted together to support the weight of a man's body. Lord, you are a carpenter, you and Joseph. Did you ever make crosses, Lord? They were a popular item in trade. What with the Romans' heavy demand for them? Is that how you learned about crosses? Is that why this cross has haunted you so much? For so long? Well, now it's yours. For as long as you live, it's yours. To make it fit perfectly, they have nailed you down. Or is that to keep you from changing your mind? The Lord of heaven and earth stretches his pain-racked body along the razor roughness of the cross, his bed of agony. Rest well upon your chosen bed, my Lord. I've made my choice too, and it isn't yours. My bed is king-sized and deep with comfort. I clothe my body in pure cotton and the softest wool, and house it in luxury. I put my earphones in, turn up the volume, and tune out the world. I tune out the charity needed in the world, the grace and forgiveness needed as well. I tune out the misfortune seen every day in the world we live in. But Lord, I tune out the idea of you upon that bloody tree. You, King of all, have told us we must love everyone as you have loved us. Yet, it is tuned out every day. Help me remember you, Lord, every single day.
While watching our youth nail papers to our cross, think of someone you love and insert their name being written down in your mind on one of these pieces of paper. This symbolizes the pain of someone we love being crucified.
We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you. Because of your holy cross, you've redeemed the world. The people stood by, watching, but the leaders scoffed at him, saying, "He saved others. Let him save himself if he's the Messiah of God, his chosen one." The soldiers also mocked him, coming up and offering him sour wine, saying, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." There was also an inscription hanging over him, "This is the king of the Jews." They all gave to eat. When I was thirsty, he gave me vinegar to drink. Yes, Lord, there you are, stripped of everything for my sake. Your friends have run away. Your honor, reputation have been made a laughingstock, and by now even your clothes are torn off your body. Exposed to agony and shame, you have nothing. You are nothing. Do you accept all this, my Lord and God, to make up for my greed? Does it hurt bad, Lord? I hate to even look. Just lay on your back on that wood with your skin ripped to shreds. Oh God, what have you done? How can you stand it? Curse them, Lord. It will help. Scream at them with all your might when you are trying to speak now, but it is heard as a low groan. I didn't catch it all, but I thought I heard the word forgive. Forgive? Really now? Forgive? At a time like this? Lord, you've got to be kidding. Look, there it goes. Your cross is stood upright, dropped into a hole. I can't look anymore. Love is too much. My God, forgive me.
Jesus dies upon the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. It was now about noon, and the darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. While the sun's light failed, and the curtain of the temple was torn in two, then Jesus, crying with a loud voice, said, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." Having said this, he breathed his last. When the Roman soldiers saw what had taken place, he praised God and said, "Certainly this man was innocent." Christ, for our sake, became obedient unto death, even the death of a cross. A few minutes more, a few hours more, for 33 years now it has been going on. For 33 years you have lived fully. Abundantly you called it. Day by day, minute after minute, you cannot escape any longer. Now you are here, at the end of your life, at the end of your road. But now you must take this last step, the last step of love, the last step of life that it ends in your own death. I come before you, crucified lover of the world. I am bound and burdened under the weight of my sin. I have so often nailed you to the cross and left you there to die. O Christ, my Christ, what will become of me? O God, my God, do not forsake me. Only you can save me. Reach out your nail-pierced, twisted hand and touch me. Heal me from my sins. Christ has died for us. Christ has died for me.
Station 8. Jesus is taken down from the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you. Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Now there was a good and righteous man named Joseph, who, though a member of the council, had not agreed to their plan and action. He came from the Jewish town of Arimathea, and he was waiting expectantly for the kingdom of God. This man went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Then he took it down and wrapped it in a linen cloth. He was cut off from the land of the living, because he has poured out his soul unto death. As Jesus gave his all, as Jesus gave his very life in total love for me, I have actually heard the broken words, "Father, forgive them." I heard him cry out, "It is finished." Yes, at last your work is done, Lord. It is finished. You can leave your cross now. You can come down and rest. You've earned that much. Gently, as though it still might hurt, they loosen and pull the spikes. Dead weight slumps against the rope tied to lower you to the earth. The very earth you have fashioned. The very earth that absorbed those bloody drops of sweat last night. The very earth which drank your blood so willingly poured out. The very earth that quaked in horror at your death. Your mother is here. They lay your head in her lap. And a sword shall pierce your own heart also, the prophet had warned her, while you were only a child. Now you can rest in peace in your mother's arms. It is finished. Is it finished, Lord? Oh, please, God, please do not let all this blood and pain and sorrow be for nothing.
Jesus is laid in the sepulchre. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. And Joseph laid the body in a rock-hewn tomb where no one had ever been laid. It was the day of preparation, and the Sabbath was beginning. The women who had come with him from Galilee followed, and they saw the tomb and how his body laid. When they returned and prepared spices and ointments, on the Sabbath they rested according to the commandment. You shall not leave my soul in hell, neither shall you suffer the Holy One to see corruption. Empty and silent now, this place of the skull, this place of terrible pain, and empty and silent is my heart, refusing to open to the quiet knocking of the love of Christ. You have taken me far, Lord. I trusted you. I followed you and walked by your side, and now you have left me. I call upon you, and you do not answer me. I search and do not find you. I have left everything, and now I am left alone. Your absence is my suffering. My God, why have you forsaken me? It is so dark and cold. Are you here in my darkness? Where are you, Lord? Do you love me still, or have I wearied too much? Lord, answer me, please. Oh God, it is so dark. Dear God, let Easter come soon. Oh God, please let Easter be true.
At the end of the service, we invite you to continue to remember your baptism, reflect on those people and things grieved over this year, and recognize those you love, especially Jesus on his journey to our redemption.